You bro?
Damn.
He got what he deserved. And we need to repair our sword again. Take the hunk of the jet of Fury to the Ophiri rune, right? Alright. I hear a woodpecker. This bitch. I found that there are more interesting methods of killing them than just trying to follow them as they just keep on retreating. But I guess the tactics are simple. Once I get them by range, just hit, kill until it's destroyed. Alright. Yeah, we need to repair our sword. Right away. Both swords, actually. At least now these tools are very useful. Their tactic is like they don't want to attack me at all. You bitch. Burn, baby. Oh, I've got another interesting decision. I can use XC. Yeah, probably should be best. What? What was the music? Oh, it's a hidden treasure area. Old chapel. Search the crypt's underground passages. First we need to trade a bit. say GG. That went even better than the spiders. I mean, arachnomorphs, yeah. Let's be honest, they're just spiders. Overgrown spiders, though. What the hell? There were 3 specters. I haven't searched the place because I need to unload. I need to unload first because look at that. Look at these numbers. We need to trace some shit. This shit precisely. Brum, brum, brum.
It is to see you again. Quite the pleasure.
What did you bring from Ophir? Mind if I have a look?
Yes, he did brought some money. That's reassuring. My voice is much better now and easier to listen to. Yeah, I tinkered with microphone settings. These items are not as heavy. Probably this hunk weighs a ton. Weighs a ton. Alright, let's search. Oh, what we no. Right, these 2 units. 2 more units. And that's it. He doesn't have any money more. And also we don't need to buy anything from him. Fiery tunic. Saddlebags just as mine. The Arcanian blinders are better. Yeah, and the saddle that they provided me is better. Cured Draconid leather. Nice good, by the way. If only I needed them. Fine then. Yeah, you need a wool sliver. Lots of it. And verbena. Please do.
Take care now.
Go, and in the world glory, its never-ending creation be praised. Farewell.
Made good use of my coin by the look of things.
The return to my craft. Know you not the pleasure it brings. I thank you.
Don't mention it. How's the work going?
Several lesser runes I've forged already. Practice, you see. Yet I sadden in thinking the tools and ingredients I possess are not fit to create better.
Got lucky. Found you some jade. Here.
Thank you, I do. If you to gaze wish at my handiwork, to do so I invite you.
RuneWrite can enhance your items by fitting them with rune wars and glyph wars. Please endow them with new powerful traits. To enchant an item, navigate to the RuneWrite pen. Got the funds for advanced tools.
Brought you more coin. Put it towards better equipment?
Thanks in the thousands. Too kind you are to me, truly.
Your work's worth the coin. Hard at work. Good to see.
Ah, yes. Commissioned have I tools. A fitting set from Novigrad crafters. Many arms and legs they charged, but renew my work in earnest I now can. New runes, glyphs, and diagrams created I have. An eye you should cast. Find one to your liking, perchance.
So, nothing holding you back now.
From making master-crafted runes, you mean? Much more coin I will need to do so, sadly.
Another 15,000 would be better.
Wouldn't mind a glance at what you got.
Let's see what he got. He got money. Yes, yes, yes. Returning my investment. Let me earn the money you have to make purchases for the new laboratory. Yeah, exactly. Glyph of art. Glyph of binding. Glyph of reinforcement. 50% reduction in item durability loss. Elemental damage. Binding. Vitality regeneration. He charges a fortune for these items, yet I already give him lots of coin. Oh, fine then. Not the best prices too, you know. Repair. It's he's a craftsman. Although I don't need repairs right now, or well, almost. Now he got some more money. Enchanting. Rune words and glyph words. You can enchant items to feed them with rune words or glyph words. These cannot be used simultaneously with rune or glyphs. When you enchant an item, any runes or glyphs it is currently fitted with will be destroyed. Enchanting items. Items that can be embedded with rune words and glyph words and thus enchanted appear here. Only items possessing 3 enhancement slots can be enchanted. This is the list of rune words and glyph words that can be fitted in an item sockets. Rune words are used to enhance weapons, while glyph words enhance armor. Description of the selected enchantment appears here along with its cost. Of course he takes my money for it. Enchantments have various levels. A rune-write can enchant an item of your choice only once he has reached a level equal to or higher than the level of the enchantment he is to cast. Enchantments on the list can be added, removed, and filtered. Each fatal blow dealt restores 25% of your stamina. Fatal blows dealt with your sword give 0.1 to 0.25 adrenaline points. Severance increases the range of whirl by 1.1 yards and rend by 1.9 yards. Armor is stable and grindstone bonuses never expire. Ooh. Dumplings. Any food consumed regenerates 100% more vitality, but everything tastes like pierogies. Pierog runestone, Tvarog runestone, Pierog runestone. Placation. Once they reach their maximum level, adrenaline points steadily decline until they reach 0. During this time, vitality and stamina regeneration are accelerated and toxicity declines more quickly. Rotation. Ignis' basic attacks strikes all opponents in a 360-degree radius, but no longer applies the burning effect. No, I don't want that. When a trap set by Irden hits an enemy, an Irden glyph is placed at this and that position. Beguilement. Enemies affected by Exi will be affected for 2 seconds longer for each blow they land. What? When you enter combat, there is a 100% chance you will automatically get a quench heal without using any stamina. Balance. All equipped armor items are treated as medium armor. No way. Hitting enemies with Ard reduces their stamina by 50%. When an enemy affected by Exi dies, the effect transfers to the nearest target. Enemies set alight with Igni have a 25% chance to ignite other enemies within a 2-yard radius. Armor deflects all arrows. Deflection. All equipped armor items are treated as heavy armor. These are cool enchantments for my weaponry and armor, but really I don't see any need. Items can be fitted with new sockets. Sadly, I don't have any need for using it, because I already got the best glyphs and the best runes on me.
Northern Realms. Like it here so far?
Oh yes. Never have I seen woodlands so expansive, or skies with such colors brushed. Nordlings, however, peculiar they are. Tight-lipped, closed within. And bandits the high road's riddle. But on the horrid conflict this I blame.
Craft something for me, would you?
He doesn't reply. Alright.
Got a bit more coin for you. Better be all you need.
For tools it is enough, but ingredients rare also I require.
Nope, not gonna happen. Now let me see what my coins bought.
Now have I all I require.
Sure about that?
My running costs to cover small sums will suffice. And no more rare stones do I need.
Almost too good to be true.
A cask of wine from the homeland I have. Our mutual success we should toast. Your health. For your aid, I thank you. My newest creations to examine you may wish. Invited you are to do so.
Wouldn't mind a glance at what you got.
Okay. Now he got better glyphs. That I see. I guess it would be better if I didn't have all that in my inventory. I don't have these special glyphs, yet my current glyphs are great. I like what he got, but still. Alright. We downed a bit, a few thousands of coin, but we'll gain it back. You can be sure of that.
Thanks. So long.
Well, it was worth almost 25,000 crowns to earn me 50 experience points. Not bad. Oh, I've got some saddles to sell there.
The world's never-ending creation be praised.
Wouldn't mind a glance at what you got.
Still something weighs me down. I don't know what exactly. I guess these are hides. It's not even a fish tag. I wonder why he doesn't want it.
Thanks. So long.
It's cool here inside. Very well, let's go for the Cursed Chapel. Careful. How do I get down? Alright. No, that looks suspicious. A sapphire. Sapphire dust. Gold ruby ring. What else do we have here? Edberg, farewell note. I have not left, not a blooming thing. All I can do now is pass on my family's tale of horror and woe, then pass on myself, as soon as I've written it all up in this letter. Farewell, Edberg. Farewell, note. I have not left, not a blooming thing. All I can do now is pass on my family's tale of horror and woe, then pass on myself, as soon as I've written it all up in this letter. Seems a faded dream now, but there were a time when we were happy, my beautiful wife, Ernesto and myself. We were married in high style, with a fitting feast. Then a year later, our dear Malberga was born. Folk praised the Queen's beauty, said she were the spitting image for her mom. Ernestas get all cross when they talk like that, but I paid it no heed at that time. Soon enough our family grew. First Matilda, then Ethel came into the world, both fair as angels. But Ernesta, well, I'll never forget that eve she sat there, combing her long chestnut hair, while the girls cried and cried. I said to her, "Love, I reckon the lasses are hungry." That's when she lashed out at me for the first time. Said they'd no right to be hungry. They'd stolen her beauty and her youth, that she would be more than enough to feed on. I should have known it then. I should have guessed madness had burrowed into my love's head, and every compliment paid to her lass's beauty made it burrow even deeper. Year by year the younglings grew taller and more lovely, but time is not so kind to the old, and Ernesta weren't spared its cruelty, which took her skin spring and its sheen of youth. One night I was awoken by a startling moon, which lit all the world in an eerie glow. I looked around the hut and saw it was empty. I ran out the door and followed a set of bare footprints leading to the cemetery by the chapel. Seeing that, my heart jumped up into my throat. I found them, all three, lying around the fountain, where I, not being their father, I'd never have recognized them. Deep gashes mutilated their fair faces. Strips of skin and hunks of flesh were strewn all about. As I stood beholding this butchery, I had the feeling someone was watching me, and I weren't mistaken. Ernesta stood there on a stool by a lone tree. She had a rope draped around her neck like some demonic necklace. "They took it from me, all of it, all I had, all I cherished," she said. Then she jumped. "She's dead, my Ernesta. My 3 daughters dead as well. I'll soon join them. I've taken all I have and gave it to the gods. Perhaps they'll forgive me and my beloved Ernesta." Truly, this is a sad story. Be gone, bitch! By the way, where is the battle music? New moon armor. Well, that looks stylish. New moon boots. That is stylish as well. I think we'll need to save this for our collection. Belief, Skellige, Druids. I already read that, so... I don't see her body. I like this moon though. But I believe that... Yeah, it's Terminator in the wrong side. Its light side, its light side should be at the right, not at the left. Still, it's beautiful. I like this game. It's more cinematographic, probably. I like how it shines. And how it greets the sunset. Right, we cannot enter this way. Cannot enter this way either. The Oxenford Curia of the Church of the Eternal Fire hereby grants dispensation from the duty of conducting worship in the Chapel of the Eternal Fire to the residents of the following villages: Brunwich, Erde, and Heddle. For reason as yet unexplained, foul powers have overtaken these villages' holy site, defiling the Church's majesty and tainting its sacred ground. Until a professional exorcist can be summoned, the above-listed settlements are advised against visiting their cemetery and the adjacent chapel. Father Wilhelmius I, Office of the Oxenford Curia. Cinematic. The colors are really nice. It's not just cinematic, it's realistic. Very well. How about secondary quests? Altered track. Look for the place where the off-year merchant was attacked. Where exactly was that? Due south. Okay.
It is to see you again. Quite the pleasure.
Your homeland. Be glad to hear some tales about it if you've got the time.
If time you have. For of my home I could speak until your ears withered and your legs failed you. What here they call Ophir, in truth, is many diverse polities and peoples. A land it is of vast steppes, mountains forbidding, lakes clear as crystal, and wild lands untouched. A land of fallen empires, kingdoms at their peak, and tribes that know no monarchs, yet remember in myth a time when the world was young.
You call any of these lands home?
Yes, a town with towers to make Nilfgaard weep with envy. Of philosophers, doctors, mathematicians, and mages an enclave. But about these last you should, my friend, interrogate, for one among them is he, a Runewright.
I'll make it a point to talk to him.
Actually, I
What
wanted
did you
to
bring
trade
from
all
Ophir?
along.
Mind if I have a look?
Gamarian steel sword. Why there are shitty prices for all that? Cavalry saddle. Here, take it. I don't need it. Also, I can't understand what weighs me down. It's like something worse weighs a ton in my pockets. Rope ladder. Don't know. Really don't know. Maybe quest items. Doesn't look like it. The silver monocle.
Take care now.
Thalers, by the way.
And in the world glory, its never-ending creation be praised. Farewell.
The only thing I did not understand is why we couldn't return this silver monocle to Thaler. Maybe that's seen at a particular moment. Glorious sunset. Dudes are castle ruins. There's something in it. For you. Orders of Ernst Golds. Ernst, stay away from dead white wood. Forest full of overgrown woods, and the ground emits some kind of rancid gas. Plus a week or so back, I sent a detachment of men there. Told them they were to do a bit of reconnaissance, but that was all hogwash. We'd finished scouting that place out long ago and know the woods a deadly trap. That's why I gathered up the worst of my lot, the ones who don't do a lick of good to make up for the cost of feeding them, and send them to a certain death. I know, I hear you asking, is it Dold's fault he's a Dold? Well, these cretins could prove a serious threat to us in battle. During the last skirmish with Radowitz Reapers, 2 of those idiots failed to recognize our emblems on our shields in the heat of battle and attacked our own men, which makes me wonder if those numbskulls ever even made it to that wood. Well, we met them. We're looting, they're hating. Yo! Here, crossbow man. Nice shot.
Witness me, brothers!
Not too late to surrender.
See!
Shit.
Cold day to die! Get in from the left!
Well, at least it was funny to see both characters staggered in the heat of a fight. And sun went down. Nice. Glorious. We need to search the place before we attack monsters. Gauntlet diagram untranslated. Order of Flaming Rose armor and gauntlets. Do any heroes possess these trousers? Diagram written in an unknown tongue requiring translation. Drawings showing various stages of crafting gauntlets. Well, they fortified it. I think that they did a pretty good job. Come here.
Damn. Got a feeling I'm forgetting about something.
Yeah, we're far away. Ooh. Yeah, that's really far. Never been that far in Velen. Also, I wanted to visit that lake, but couldn't. He jumped over that river. Good job, girl. Stop right there. You there. No critical shot from behind. Strange, to say the least. Just walking on the shade. Kilker in ruins. Beautiful. These are Elven. Bandit camp, of course. Where are these buggers?
Any last words?
Master Ulrich's orders. To Antoine Fail. Clear the Elven ruins of all valuable artifacts. Once that's done, put fire to that rubbish heap and burn it to the ground. Regarding your question about the Elven manuscripts you discovered, hand off the diagram during the next change of controls. Our armor smith will set about deciphering it. M. Elegant letter. Diagram Sarin. Executioner's tools. To be delivered personally to the hands of the Honorable Knight Sir Antoine Pfeil. Our unusual partnership has brought me enormous pleasure. I trust Sir Knight finds himself in good health. I have catalogued the last shipment of elven sculptures and sold the entire lot at once. As per our agreement, find attached the bill of accounts for our most recent transactions. Sculpture. Gian Lorenzo, the Rape of Eleren. Buyer Kurt Dissard, 300 November crowns, Novigrad crowns, minus 35% transaction fee. Sculpture. Botticelli, Phoebus and Daphne. Buyer Kurt Dissard, 430 Novigrad crowns, minus 35% transaction fee. Sculpture. Gian Lorenzo, the Ecstasy of Gualchi the Bloody. Buyer Rudolph the Junkier, 550 Novigrad crowns, minus 35% transaction fee. Sadly, I was unable to finalize the sale of Pietas by Mikhail Angelach to Brandon & Co. Incorporated. The company sued for the deferment of the sale due to some claimed financial difficulties. Rumors around town claim the firm's senior partner was robbed in broad daylight by some white-haired, sick witcher. But for obvious reasons, I did not agree to prolong the payment period. A messenger with the earnings will present himself at the agreed-upon spot. I impatiently await the next transport. Yaromir E. Carstairs. I found the chest. Should I trick jump it, or can I just climb there by their ladders? Oh yes. Trick jumping rocks. Hey, fuck off. Come here. I like Elven ruins in the moonlight. They're gorgeous as always. Ah! Crap. What? This form? Still doesn't look like it. This terrain resembles the first Witcher game. I like it. Ooh, we've got this location here. Let's check it out. And we're almost over encumbered. So probably we'll soon need our emergency perk. Dead white wood. Oh yes. It's friendly as ever. Hello. Unscrown castle ruins. Where's the battle music, by the way? Count Romilly's Journal, Part 2. Last pages turned from Count Romilly's journal. A fox upon Anastasia von Bowerman, a fox upon her whole plain house. I finally found a way to end this deadly little charade she's put on. The key to unraveling the riddle lay in a dusty old tome in my library. That little viperess was marked violation. That is why the monster attacked my castle. There was only one way out of this situation. I snuck out while she slept and throttled her. She didn't even manage to peep. Now I can finally leave my castle walls, thank the gods. The monstrosity has skirted off into oblivion along with that accursed child. That entire affair was a horrific error. I'm just glad savings from the previous missions are safely preserved in the castle treasury. I must recruit some mage, perhaps that will ensure I avoid such incidents in the future. The secret of life of Count Romilly. Not another one, come on. I see enemies above. Above.
I like that silver.
Yeah, it was silver. And we need steel to do this job. I don't like the sound of it. Count Romilly's Journal Part 1. Entries in chronological order, last few pages missing, torn out. This craft has proved even more profitable than I had anticipated. 5 of the last 7 kidnappings ended in success. Only 2 of the lads had fathers too miserly to ransom their sons. Clearly was more offspring where those came from, so the calculating knaves deemed the captured snots expendable, not for the future, demanded significantly smaller ransom for compliance with more than one male heir. I sent the lads after Anastasia von Bowerman. The lord of Zutzer Castle is a magnificently wealthy noble, and Anastasia is his only child. I smell a lucrative transaction. The lads returned with the client's daughter that very night. The girl is calm, apathetic, even. Something strange is afoot in the castle's surroundings. Flocks of ravens perch in the trees bordering the courtyard. This morning, a new contingent flew in. 2 servant maids have gone missing. Could my lads have been responsible, or did those ravens peck them to death? Here a giant ink bolt covers half the page. One of my grooms has died. From what the remaining servants recount, he was killed by tree roots that suddenly thrust straight out of the ground. My men are petrified. Wolves howled day and night in the lands surrounding the estate. Leaving the castle walls means certain death. We have barricaded ourselves inside and live as if under siege. Luckily we have ample supplies of food and water. Perhaps this is some kind of curse? Franz, the servant who led the unit that kidnapped Anastasia, has hanged himself. Black magic is surely at work. I must search the castle library for some indication what this might be. Oh, I found some loot, some books. We need more interesting books, by the way. Ballads and hymns, not bad. I heard something about the treasures in the treasury. We are in the treasury. Now where is the treasure? Of course. This is not battle music. Ransom letter. To the Right Honorable Raphael von Bormann, Lord of Zutzer Castle. We wish to reassure you, my dear sir, that your daughter is in the flower of her good health. She will continue to enjoy said health provided her father acts according to our instructions. They are as follows. In 6 days, at the exact stroke of midnight, you, sir, are to present yourself in person outside the cursed chapel near Broodwich in order to hand over a ransom in the amount of 1,000 unshaven Novigrad crowns. You are to sound no alarm and come alone, with no guards or retainers of any sort. I trust we needn't add that any failure to follow these instructions will result in an immediate and proportionate decline in the young and beautiful Lady Bormann's health. My best wishes to you, sir. Well, I guess they deserve that. Whatever happened to him. Yeah, that guy hangs himself. Or was it this Madame Bormann? All right. Nice sound. Really welcoming place. The woodland settlement is almost entirely depopulated, and its proximity in dead white woods scares off any potential new settlers. I really need some... Yeah, we need to go to do some unloading, I guess. Storm approaches. Now this is the place where Fieri were attacked, I guess.
Whoa there! Ain't no use doing any work in this rain. What do you want?
Me burning. Look, Helga, you're burning. And of course there are no traders here. And why should there? It shouldn't be. No, no. Well, there's card. There's dead core here.
Might want to look around some. Bloody fight, looks like. Folk in the tavern didn't stand a chance. Tracks lead north. Trail's gone cold. Need to look around. See if I can pick it up again.
What? It worked?
Wonder what this means. Took a traveler hostage, I guess. Blood trails the hostages. Must have been a burden if they left him here to die. Lost the trail. Gotta look around for something else.
What? Something is down there.
Trail ends here. Dirt and ground cover concealing a hatch. Secret passageway.
A cozy cave.
What's that idea?
Jamie. Those ventilation works here. I really want to know. Asking for a friend. Armor diagram untranslated. Letter with orders. Diagram written in a unknown tongue requiring translation. Drawings show various stages of crafting armor. Robin, I've given you a whole month and nothing, no progress. Diagrams are just as damn incomprehensible as when you started. So that's it, enough fucking around. You're to do the following. Keep one diagram and stare at it till you hit on something and send the rest to the other camps. Maybe some of the lads there ain't quite so dense and will manage to translate those dense scratching into something we can use. Those alchemists encamped by the bee yard will spend most of their lives poring over books, so send one of the drawings to them. Send a second to the band that occupies the brick ruins by the lake. One of the lads there was supposed to be ordained a reverend. He knows strange tongues. As to our transfer base in the bogs near the abandoned village, the lad there was formerly a librarian's assistant. Send him the third diagram. Ulrich, for PS, for inspiration, try your hand at translating this. Rubber can me above up ours. Now we need to activate our emergency perk. Whoa, this is a real storm here, so there are some herbs downstairs, which probably might mean that there's another cave here somewhere. Herbalist here. Though I doubt that they have some... Well, I doubt that this herbalist buys weaponry. So we're continuing onwards. Person in distress.
What a lovely day! Here, Witcher, Witcher! I witness you!
Fight. Not good.
Listen, Buckthorn. Miott's always open to
Master Topical. Oh! Green wall here. Nice.
Doing all right now?
Thanks again. I'd have been mincemeat if not for you. Name's Philibert Topical, but everyone calls me Master T. What do you think you need? Shrooms? A bit of herb, perchance?
Show me what you got.
Yeah, show us. These are not very good prices. Although this necrophage hide costs as much as one Skellige at the herbalist, so I guess the prices are okay. Not bad, but he doesn't have much money.
So long.
And there's sunrise. At distant lights of Novigrad, nice. This is a sight to behold, actually. That Novigrad is that far, and yet we can gaze at it. It's just like seeing her troll out from a distance. Oh, we are reaching the far corners of this DLC, finally. Both swords are in pretty bad condition. Pretty outskirts of Novigrad. Yay, more common monsters. Okay, just wait a bit. I'm just looting.
Redania.
Gods damn this weather.
No, this weather is okay. Damn you.
Kiss my ass.
Not very polite. Bless you.
Your kind spreads disease. The vicious desertions.
Oh, which of our men was raped?
Just look at the freak. Uncouth.
Yay! A toast thing. Ooh, it's loading. Oh, come on. Surely now it takes forever. I'll save that one. Just for the collection. And that one. As far as I recall, we already have these swords for the Knights of the Flaming Rose. Yeah. Yeah, this Lara looks like... No, it doesn't look like the... That's for the Flaming Rose swords. But that does. Tyson armor. Yeah. We're saving that.
Greetings, White Wolf. What comforts might we provide today?
Finally, we're inside.
What do you have to drink that's good?
Here, check all that. I don't need it. Okay, took all the hides. Still we're loaded with shit. Ah, here's some more. Damn it. 14 tomes of Gnomish rankings.
A game of Gwent. How about it?
What do we have here? Better. Not bad. Here, take a spy. Oh my dear monsters. Oh, Mr. Opponent, where the fuck is your board? He doesn't have any decoys. And from around the corner, there goes the dragon. You asked for it. Now we can replace our primary perk with something easier. And we go to Patori to enlighten our inventory.
It's raining again.
Herbalist. With best prices so far.
Awfully kind of you to visit again. What sort of herbs do you need, young man?
I need that one sword.
Just might have the
That
herbs I
just
need.
looks like money. I must admit that it was fast.
How about you take a break from hawking? We play cards instead.
Alright, he goes first. Alright, no spies. So he's the spy. Now I can pass. The first time in a long while since we played. Oh yes, nice move. Since we played without a spy, even one. Unleash the dragon. Because who stripes wrong? Crown by crown we will restore our initial greatness in money equivalent.
Greetings, Ivier.
Greetings, Geralt. How might I be of help?
Listen, would you craft something for me?
Yeah, we need you to repair our stuff first. And dismantle some pure silver chunks. Alright. Yeah, badly damaged. And that is totally damaged. Fine. Now I can shop. I heard that we can collect all his money for all my goods. Right, that went well. I still can't understand what weighs me down. Also, we need to put these rings into our stash.
So long.
My, what a freak.
Hey, I've repaired this sword, wasn't I? What the hell was that?
Greetings,
It
IBM.
charged me
Greetings, Geralt.
for
How might I be
repairing,
of help?
yet you didn't repair my stuff.
Listen, would you craft something for me?
Really? Damn it, I dropped the runes.
So long.
Crap. Instead of repairing it, I dropped my runes. Holy shit. What a failure. Like, total. Yeah, Pekka Saber. I hope that this autosave is in the, well,
Long live Radovid!
damn it, we need to load again. We're right. And I honestly thought that Hattori, or this Ivir, really took my money for repairing my stuff. Crappy crap.
No, I'm sure to get sick.
Awfully kind of you to visit again. What sort of herbs do you need, young man?
You just might have the herbs I need.
And we need to trade again. Oh, come on. Alright. Alright. No problem. Whoa, this is really expensive. Now we need to play
How about
Gwent
you take a
again with
break from hawking? We play cards instead.
Please. Here, take Prince Tennis for instance. No, take the extra. Wait a minute, please. Here I am. He uses his best of the best. Yet I haven't drawn any warrior. Alright. Should we do this? We'll check out. He's 15. I think we're pretty clear to do that. We pass. Like that. Can you use dragon like that? Yeah. Can't understand that, we'll just burn it all. Yeah. More units down there. Yeah. Oh yes. This will be more interesting that way. Oh, finally some action. Yay! More warriors in my melee row. Oh, come on! Nice try.
Sure to get sick.
Greetings, Ibeer.
Greetings, Geralt. How might I be of help?
What do you have on offer?
Yeah, this time we should be very attentive. Yeah, that was remove upgrade. Now it is repair. Is it just me, or now he has less money than the last time? Nice.
So long.
Stay out of my way, mutant.
I'll be on your fucking face. I can even pee on it.
Good folk! Mages have set the hunter's house aflame.
Oh!
Burn the city down!
Good light.
No discounts, no credit.
No discounts, no credit. Reminds me that we someday need to go to Vivaldi and exchange some currency. My candle. My vials. Come on. This take forever.
Wild hunts
Ever
take
heard the
you
legends of the White Wolf?
Wild Hunt will take us all? He's dead. I mean, the group called Wild Hunt is dead. Yeah. We defeated it. It's their problem, they don't want to believe it. What's over here?
How you like that silver?
He likes it. More drowners. You bitch. Off with your head.
Come on.
Ugly bastard.
Dreadful. still 100 experience points. That is nice.
Draconid nest. Need to destroy it.
Find the hole! Oh, it has 5 skulls. Nice, the storm is still there. So we can observe it. Flammable barrel. Alright. What's with this hole? Seems empty in it. Why these bandits didn't occupy the house?
Let's end this.
Got the Ammon's notes. 15th of Blathe. Our supply of formic acid grows thinner by the day. True, Master Ulrich sent brethren to watch the high road, but I find it far-fetched to believe a caravan of alchemists will ride past them, holding full barrels of acid anytime soon. Ergo, we must try to procure some on our own. Or otherwise, there can be no talk of producing any more fish tech. 23rd of Blathe. My experiments have proven we can obtain the missing substance following a very simple procedure, and I will need only convince the brethren of the necessity of a few little bee stings. But the 25th of Blathe. Obtaining formic acid from bee venom has proven extremely exhausting and is progressing far too slowly to satisfy our needs. Perhaps a change of methods is in order. Scribbled in the margin. Idea. Simmer common Urtica dioica in a covered pot above an open fire, letting the steam condense into a series of wooden buckets underneath, one of which will receive the acidic portion and thus the formic acid. 26th of Blathe. The brethren have grown extremely irritated, not only by the bee stings, but by the fact that now they must gather stingy nettle. Well, their suffering is now over. Is there any way to actually do that? Oh yes. Useful ability, by the way. His flamethrower. Boost diagram. Crumpled letter. Diagram written in an unknown tongue, current translation. Drawings show various stages of crafting goods. Crumpled letter. To Ur. Ulrich told me to send you one of those torn diagrams. His dad set on puzzling them out quick as possible. No idea what's put the fire to his breeches, but knowing him, there's coin involved, sure as shaving. So if you do manage to decipher anything, write me first and we'll reconnoiter on what to do next. That Slav's starting to rile me. Sits on his arse all the time, getting up only to come chew us out. High time we have taught a lesson. Rhoda. This is the smallest encampment of all of them. Strange that they didn't occupy the house. That would be convenient for their purposes. And for their own sake. There are earths on that level, which means that there's a cave here.
Leave me be.
I won't. We have some kind of cave in here.
Look for your kind beyond the walls.
Bless you. Bless you. Are you sick or what?
Racial hygiene.
Ah! Right, I guess it's silent mode now in this game for the music.
Had you fill a fool's pass, have you?
It is to see you again. Quite the pleasure.
Managed to recover all your diagrams.
Ah, want to be relied on. This I knew. You restore the faith I might have in men. For I've now received aid from a stranger in even this land most barbarous.
Don't mention it, really.
As agreed, I shall draft your duplicates, though it may take a day. Be so kind as to return tomorrow. Your reward I will have for you.
All right. Tomorrow, then.
Wait 1 day for the merchant to translate the diagrams.
It is to see you again. Quite the pleasure.
What did you bring from Ophir? Mind if I have a look?
What? Oh, come on. Alright. Was not exactly what I had in mind, but farewell.
Take care now.
Go, and in the world glory, its never-ending creation be praised. Farewell.
Right, we've got some question marks.
Once there was a little frog, ribbity rock, rock, ribbity rock.
Go on. Alright. Yeah, me too. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you liked it. And if you like this stream, please follow my channel. I wish you a good night and until next time. Bye!